Hello and welcome to the official start of our gardening era. I have been wanting to turn this backyard into a homestead slash like gardening oasis since we've moved into this house. I've always wanted to dive into this hobby, just was never really ready slash scared slash not educated, but I am in that time of my life. Maybe it's like being a newlywed, I don't know, but I'm ready to like commit myself to this hobby and hopefully like go on a beautiful journey. I will completely say right now I am a beginner gardener. If you see me doing things wrong throughout these videos, or especially this video, please be kind. I am willing to take like all the advice that anyone has to offer, but please be nice. I'm very sensitive. And we're all on this journey together, right? I'd say like my biggest like gardening experience has been balcony plants, like balcony herbs and things like that, indoor plants that I have a lot of trouble keeping alive, so I was like, maybe the outside elements I'll have a better time with. But yeah, so truly a beginner, and I fully acknowledge that. So I don't want this video slash any of these videos coming to be seen as like me giving advice to people, because it's not. It's me literally just exploring this gardening era, and I'm so excited. So I have started planting some things, and I am gonna do a full garden tour slash like status of where we just currently are, and I'm really excited to do that because things are growing and it's crazy. Oh, I also meant to acknowledge in the beginning, so I am in Central Florida, truly Orlando, Florida. I'm close to the downtown area. Every time I put in the zip code, it either does come up as 9B or 10A. Like, I'm trying to remember what I used most recently. I did try to use the Farmer's Almanac. I think I'm always on UF site, University of Florida site, because they have a great resource. But I'm just gonna say like 9B to 10A. That's like where I'm at in terms of growing zones. So I've been following that. Sorry, my mind's like all over the place as it usually is. But anyways, I wanted to start this video as well with a little haul, because I have started planting some things and I've kind of learned from my already mistakes that I've done. So I am kind of growing the area that I'm growing things in and trying to redeem those mistakes. So I did a little haul of things that I think will help mitigate the mistakes that I've made. All of this is from Amazon. I hate shopping on Amazon for things just in terms of like principles and things. I'm trying to be a lot better about that. We have an amazing local garden center called Palmer's Garden and Goods, which I know is very popular here in Central Florida, and they're awesome. They have great customer service. Just sometimes they don't have everything I'm looking for in terms of like the supplies of it all. I do shop at Home Depot for a lot of my supplies too. They are a big box store, but they have a plethora of stuff. But when I do need things quick, the convenience of Amazon is just like hard to beat, right? So unfortunately these things are from Amazon. I think you'll see that from my personality as I like start making sorry, I have bug bites and I'm itching them and I'm itching the scabs. But my personality is very apologetic. I always feel shame. That's just who I am. So sorry if I apologize a lot in these videos, because again, I want to start making videos consistently. So you're going to see a lot more of my personality come out. Anyways, let's get to the haul, because that's the point of this video. So first thing is a garden bed. I ordered this because I already have one in my lawn and it's working out great, so there's space for a second one that I'll show in like the garden tour, and I really liked it, so I figured let's get a second one for that space, and it's perfect. So it comes like this, like all the panels are separated. It is galvanized metal, and then it comes with all the screws. I did put this together by hand, but you can use like a Phillips screwdriver and things like that, but I was able to put this all together by hand and it's holding up pretty well. But this is what it's gonna look like in the end. So I want to say it is a it's either 2x3 or 2x4. I'll have to double check that. Does it say on here? Oh, 2x4. It's a 2x4 by 1 foot high bed. And again, it fits perfectly in the space that I have it there for, so excited to set that up. This second one is going to be for my melons. I'm going to grow cantaloupes hopefully this summer because they're a good summer crop. And I'm excited for that. So next item. Then, because my backyard is actually shockingly shady in the areas that I want to be growing in, like aesthetically, you'll see what I mean when I do the garden tour. But because of that, I bought grow bags. So this is a pack of 10 grow bags. Again, I can't remember. I'm so bad at like measurements. I want to say this says 10 gallons, but I don't think this is 10 gallons. But anyway, the grow bags are super convenient because I can move them around the garden as the sun shifts, or just as I'm learning like where the optimum places for these to grow are. They came with little labeling spikes, which I think is super cute, so definitely will use those. And then this is what the grow bag looks like fully folded out or unfolded out of the package, and I'm super excited to use these. I never heard of grow bags before I started this gardening journey, and I am just super excited to use them because I think they're awfully convenient. And then the last thing I got was this trellis system. I have been looking for a good trellis system because I do have a lot of vining seeds that I want to grow, and not just for tomatoes. I'm going to use them for a lot of different plants, but this is really cool because it's modular, if you can see. So one by height, you can definitely choose that, and then just by like support system. So I thought this would be super good for the grow bags, for those, and then for my melons that I'm planting as well. And this is a 4-pack, and it was fairly cheap too. I will link everything down below for the Amazon links. I just heard noise. But yeah, this is a 4-pack. If I end up really liking these, then I will definitely be buying more for sure. So that's the haul. Let me take you on a quick, probably not quick because I talk a lot, little garden tour of what we have going right now. So come with me. So here's just a little preview of what we're working with. Our backyard is humongous, so I have plans. So to start off, this is my first garden bed. It's like a dream come true to even have a garden bed in my backyard. I'm gonna put that second one that I ordered right here. Ooh, the wind. So obviously you can see it is like wind season here in Florida, or at least Central Florida. So mistake number one is that I transplanted these seedlings far too early, so I think I will see some death here, and you can probably already see a few, but I'll go ahead and explain what I have in this bed. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, these 8 are my green beans. It is the Cherokee wax species or division, I don't know, of the bush beans. So that's like, they're like yellow. Maybe I'll put like what a full grown is supposed to look like here. So yeah, that's the Cherokee wax. This here, oh man, I'm trying to remember. This here I think is my other bean species, that's like more like a traditional green bean. I think it's called like Blue Lake. So I put those here. Editing Emily coming in here. Those were not Blue Lake beans. Those Blue Lake beans were combined with the yellow beans that I just shown. What I just pointed to was actually okra, and I hope it grows. And then I planted direct sow some basil as a companion plant, and those are doing great because I think I direct sowed them, and they didn't have to go through transplanting and anything. These right here are my cowpeas. I'm really excited for these because these are a very hardy summer plant for Florida. So if these seedlings do die off, or I'm going to do this whether or not, I am going to direct sow some cowpeas next to them because I think they'll do much better than my transplant and just have them grow in this bed. These are my squash, and this is mistake number 2 if we're on that. So these are my yellow squash, and then I have zucchini, and then I also have scallop squash among these plants. So that's kind of a mix here. And then I saw literally right after I planted these that you are not supposed to put multiple types of squash in a bed together because they'll cross-pollinate. So luckily I'm not really harvesting for them for their seeds. I don't think I'm there yet, so it shouldn't bother the fruit as much, but that's just something that I literally just learned. Again, these were transplanted very young, so I think they might be not doing well. Like here we're finally seeing like one true leaf pop in, and I learned I should have waited for 2 true leaves. So again, this is kind of like my beginner bed that is up for experimentation, and whatever happens to these crops is what's going to happen to these crops. And then I'm going to try to be much more mindful and much more thorough when I do this second bed. This bush I love so much. I really am trying to keep it alive. This is a butterfly. Oh man, I forget what it's actually called. I'll put it on the screen. But we got this at the Lou Gardens plant sale. If you are local to Central Florida, or really all over Florida, people come in from all around to this plant sale, and we bought it there. And I really want to attract pollinators, so we put it in the ground. I did put extra soil in the ground with it and fertilizer, but I don't know, this Florida soil is just the freaking worst. So I'm hoping it grows. I've been watering it a lot. I don't know if I'm over watering it. These leaves are drooping because I didn't water it yesterday, because I'm trying to like have some self-control, but seeing the leaves droop like makes me worried. So I just watered it just now. So right now I've kind of been doing like every other day with this one. If that is too much, someone please do let me know. But I am really trying to keep this one alive because I love it so much, and the sprigs are just so beautiful. So I love this plant. This is my little like corner where I keep all my stuff. So I have like my soil bins here, my coconut coir, a lot of my like supplies, like my perlite and XYZ here. I have my potting mixes and stuff. I know Miracle Grow is crap. I know you're not supposed to use it, but it was so cheap at Costco, so I did buy a couple bags. I'm sorry, again, I'm a beginner gardener, but I am using mushroom compost. I'm trying to find black cow. Unfortunately, it's like hard to find. I went to my local garden center, they didn't have it. I went to Home Depot, they didn't have it, so right now I'm using mushroom compost, and my local garden center said that it's supposed to be synonymous to. Sorry, I just heard like a weird noise. So yeah, hopefully that works out. If it doesn't, I'll try to find black cow somewhere. Love my earthworm castings. I want to get a bunch more because they are doing their job. But yeah, here's just another view of my little corner. Wow, it is so windy today. Check that out. So yeah, again, I did not do a great job. Okay, here's something. I did attempt to harden off my seeds, but I was impatient, and yeah, so I fully acknowledge that. So I think the elements of the world are really gonna, do its thing on my seedlings. And again, I am going to be a lot more mindful in my next journey. But anyway, this is like my little conversation pit. I've been telling people that's what it's called. Oh, there's my mom. She scared me. I didn't see her at first. Hi. That scared me. But yes, this is like the first thing we worked on in the backyard. Well, no, actually the path is the first thing we worked on with my dad. And then this was the second thing. Jordan helped a lot, but I will say this is like my brainchild. I freaking love it. So these chairs used to be blue, spray painted them white. They are super cheap. We got them for free off the side of the road, and they're on their way, but I just kind of wanted to spruce them up for the time being. So yeah, our little conversation pit. I have sat out here with friends multiple times, and it is truly just beautiful and like my dream world to be able to do that. It's going to get way too hot soon here in Central Florida, so trying to enjoy it as much as I can. These plants were very much more beautiful about 2 weeks ago. I think these pots are truly just like not meant for flowers. I did add like rocks for draining and things like that, but I just really don't think they were meant for flowers like this. So I am gonna empty out these pots once these flowers fully die and use them just for like indoor plants and or just decor. But I'll just go around and show what I have. This one is doing shockingly well. This is our butterfly weed plant, which I learned is actually kind of invasive. Oh my god, I think there's a bee on it. Oh my god, there's a caterpillar. Oh my god, there's a caterpillar. What am I supposed to do? I heard you're supposed to like, I don't know, save them so that they can get into chrysalis and stuff, but oh my god, I don't know what to do. I wasn't ready for that. Wow, holy shit. I am so excited. So yeah, essentially I learned these are invasive, which is why I didn't put it in the ground. So I put it in a pot hoping that's better, but oh my god, I'm so excited. Wait, I need to get like an Instagram video of this. Okay, so I'm gonna Google what to do with that after this. But this used to be, I don't remember, but some kind of annual flower. Again, I'm just gonna let it fully die off I have been like watering it and stuff, but I'm gonna let it fully die off and just replace that with something else. Another annual flower. I do love the annual and perennial flowers, but I want to keep them alive, so I think I'm gonna try to put them in the ground, but that's gonna be like a whole other project. Like I really want to, like, along this fence make a nice like grow patch for flowers and stuff like that. So that's just going to be another project that we will eventually get to. Again, I don't remember the name of this plant, but we did get it at the garden sale. Jordan picked it out, so I do call it my Jordan plant. It was doing well, but now, I don't know, the color is going away in its leaves. If anyone knows how to help that, please let me know, because this is a good pot for it. This is one of those self-draining pots, which I know are kind of controversial, but I personally like them. But anyway, yeah, if anyone can help me with that, that'd be awesome. This is my, not chamomile. Oh my God, why can't I think of it? Oh my God, citronella. Oh my God, that was dumb of me. These smell awesome. I don't know how well they work in terms of actually repelling mosquitoes until you actually like make the oils from them, but I really love them. I think they look cool. This one's dying off a little bit, again, I think because of the pot it's in. These are other annual flowers, which were doing well up until like 2 days ago, honestly. I've kind of just been letting them do their thing because they do bloom when I leave them alone. So I'm letting them do their thing. This is a succulent because I was getting sad about all my annual flowers, so I'm like, I'm just gonna get a bunch of succulents because they do well anyway. So that's one succulent. Here's another. This is a little pot I put together with lavender, Elysium, I think is what it's called, like the white decorative flowers, and then marigolds. I freaking love marigolds. I don't know why these are dying, to be honest, because I've been treating them well. The lavender smells amazing. It hasn't bloomed yet. These Elysium flowers, if that's what they were called, were doing well, but I don't know, I think I neglected them, so they're just dying in this pot. Again, I'm going to redo this pot. I'm going to leave the lavender where it is. I do have some sprouts going for other herbs that I'm going to put on the sides here, so I'm going to redo this one. This was another annual flower. She's gonna go. This is a succulent that I got because, again, I was trying to make myself feel better about my annuals. Now these are, trying to remember. So these are more of those blue lake beans, bush beans. Again, super leggy. I completely acknowledge that. I'm gonna hope that they do what they can. I don't know. Yeah, super leggy. I do hope they fruit, but if not, so be it. This is my first year gardening. We have accepted that. And then these are my peppers that I got as starters. So would love any advice on these, because I've been trying to follow various advice in terms of like, so I snipped off the top of this one to make it grow more branchy. This one is doing well, finally. We're seeing some flowers here, if you can see. So hopefully those become fruits. This is my jalapeno. This is my Thai hot pepper. I got these because these are peppers that I regularly eat and enjoy. I've been kind of like, what's it called? Not crop dusting, but like crop and drop, I think is what it's called. But I just read somewhere that you're not supposed to do that because this gives the bad bugs somewhere to eat and live. So I might be taking these out soon. But yeah, this is like so far so good. They're getting a bit woody on the bottom. I need to look up if that is what is supposed to happen or if that's a bad sign. So we'll see. But I really hope I get a big like harvest out of these because I love these peppers. Now here is my little herb garden. She lives in the shade, even though a lot of herbs are supposed to get a lot of sunlight, but so far it's doing like really well, so I'm not gonna like mess it up until something happens. But what's funny is that this was a bunch of my seedlings that like didn't do well in the seed tray for my beans when I like went and potted the other ones in the bigger beds, but now they're growing out of this little pot. So I'm kind of, this is like my experiment. I'm just letting it do its thing, and if they grow and like do stuff, then by all means that's awesome, but I'm kind of just letting it do its thing. But anyway, here's the herb garden. We have basil. She looks amazing. We have Thai basil. She looks amazing too. Chives are doing okay. I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out because I love chives, so I want it to get like big and bushy. This is flat leaf parsley, more citronella for the pests, more marigolds. Again, I love marigolds just as a flower in itself, but they're good for the pests. I just put these green onions in from a cup that was on the windowsill, so really excited about that. This dill is doing freaking amazing, which I'm so excited about because I love dill. More marigolds, and then this is my cilantro, which is doing well. All of my herbs are doing really well. But I just watered this, and I noticed, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but there is like an infestation of ants here. And I read that ants are okay to have in the garden because they won't eat the like greens and stuff, but it might be a sign of aphids because they like to eat the aphids. But I looked all over, like on the undersides of all of my stuff, and there is no sign of aphids. So I'm just gonna leave them be for now because ants aren't going to hurt your garden, or so the books and TikToks say. So just leaving it be, and then if I see anything that I need to fix, then I will. But my herb garden is doing freaking awesome, and I'm so happy for it. I love this planter stand. I got it on Amazon. I have cups here because with our sandy soil, this side was like sinking in so much, so I put cups in as like kind of support, and that's working great. This is me and my husband, oh my god, me and my husband Jordan's crepe, oh my god, what's it called, queen crepe May tree. Again, I'll put the real name here. Apparently they're very controversial as well, especially in Central Florida, but it is supposed to bloom into this really beautiful lavender bloom. Again, I'll put a photo somewhere on the screen. Again, I'm really trying to keep it alive. I put soil down, I put mulch down, and we'll just see. I don't know, this is Florida, this soil is crapola if you live in Central Florida, so I'm very hesitant about putting anything in the ground. But we call it our marriage tree because we just planted it the week before our wedding, so we kind of want to take a picture with it or just watch it grow like every year as our love and relationship grows. And yeah, so we'll see, or it will die, and hopefully that is not a bad omen to the start of our marriage. But anyway, that's here. This right here is our plumeria plant that our tennis coach gave us. He's so sweet. He was like, this fell off of my plumeria, so I'm going to give you some. So I don't know if it's doing well or not. He said they're very hardy and should, withstand a lot of things. So just kind of watching it and hoping for the best, because I would love to have big plumerias here. And then over here we just have our little extra runoffs. Again, I can't remember the exact name of this, but I will find its name. This is another Jordan pick from the plant sale. It's so beautiful. I love the color. Ooh, what is that? Is that a little... There was like a little baby dragonfly. I don't know if you can see that, but its leaves are kind of getting a little crusty. I think I had it in too much sunlight, so I moved it over here to a place that gets more shade, and she seems to be doing a bit better. We'll see. But yeah, she's really beautiful. I love this plant. And then here's my mint in its own container, because as we all know, mint is super invasive and spreading, but I personally love mint, and she is doing really well. She started really small and now is growing a lot. I kind of want to get more seeds and plant around just so it does get big and bushy, but love her. And then I just wanted to show you our compost bin. This is actually like one of the first things that Jordan built me when we moved into this house 4 years ago, because I was like, I want to have a garden, I want to do all these beds, blah blah blah. Never got to it, but he built me a compost bin because he's amazing. And unfortunately our wedding flowers are in here now, because we did bring them home. We tried to keep them alive as long as possible, but alas, the circle of life. So yeah, wedding flowers are in here now. I need to add a bit more brown, I think, in here, but this is a great compost bin. Have I used it for actual compost? No, but we have been putting our waste and stuff in here, and now that I'm actually gardening and committed to it, then hopefully I can get actual compost and start being a lot better with all of that. But oh my god, these are delphiniums. I really want to grow delphiniums because they are beautiful, one of my favorite flowers ever. But yeah, RIP to our wedding flowers. You were beautiful and I loved you. Thanks for your service. Okay, so we are back in my little supplies corner here, because I am going to make some seed starting soil that I am going to mix with the oh my god, I don't know how to use a camera, potting soil that I got as well, just because I really like the formula I'm using for my seed starting soil, even though I'm not going to use these for like starter trays. all of this is going to be used for direct sow into that second bed, and then whatever I can use to fill up the grow bags too. So I'll kind of show you what I do for that. So for today, I am using this brand of coconut core, the Back to Roots brand, but usually I only do one block. Today I'm doing two because I know I have big projects that I want to fulfill. And then I'm just gonna soak them and watch them expand. This does take a bit of time because these are just so compacted. I know some people use boiling water to do that, but my kettle is kind of small and honestly I can't be bothered. I think my laziness might be like my demise in this gardening journey. But yeah, I'm just gonna soak these and watch them expand, and then I'll show you what else I put in there. Okay, that took a bit because as I was soaking my coconut, I was also building this. So got this built. Now I will show you the formula that I do for the coconut, or the like seed starter mix rather. Hello. Okay. So in here, I am going to put worm castings. I did get this bag from Costco. I read the ingredients and it looked pretty good. So I have high hopes. But I'm just going to cut this open. I've also bought, let me show, sorry, I have no idea if this is a good shot. I also have this Soil Sunrise worm castings. I got this online. I can't remember the exact shop, but I will post it. But this is a small bag, so I'm just going to use up the rest of them. But like, worm castings is worm poop, right? So it's like, I don't know, hopefully there's not a big difference or big discrepancy between brands. But yeah, so just finished this one off. But I do need to add a bit more, so I'm gonna add this one in, just sprinkle as such. And then I have perlite. This is really good for aerating your soil. I'm gonna put in a lot because this is a big batch. I'm just gonna use that. And then I have vermiculite, which is like sandy consistency, and good for water retention as well. So and then I'm just gonna mix this all up. I do like to use my hands, but right now my nails are kind of long because of the wedding. And this is not me trying to be like, not like other girls or anything, but I don't know how people do stuff with long nails because like mine gets so dirty and I don't know. I'm not used to it, right? So I'm not as dexterous with long nails. I also have a cut on my finger, but as you can see, like just mixing it with the trowel like isn't very productive. So I kind of started off like that, and then now I'm gonna go in with my hands. I think that's pretty good. As you can see, it's good. It's a little loose. I could add more water, but I think I'm going to leave it like that for now because this is just going directly in the bed, and I'm going to add a lot more water when I like actually have the bed. But here's my dirty hands and my nails again. Like, I don't know how people do stuff with nails. I'll add a little bit of water in here just to wash my hands, I think. Okay, so that's a perfect fit there. You will see I left the weed barrier out on this one. On this one I did care because I was like, oh, I don't want the weed barrier to show for aesthetic purposes. But as I've learned, I think I want to put more weed barrier and mulch all along this area and kind of like bring it out from like the seating area, just because they're like, this is a shaded area and there are a bit of weeds here. So I thought it would just look nicer with the mulch surrounding these beds, and that way too we don't have to worry about like mowing or getting like the weed whacker out and doing like the weeds in between the beds. And like you can see some already like growing here, so if we can just take out all of those weeds and just put down mulch, so that didn't have to worry about that. That is the goal. But I'm gonna have Jordan's help with that for like this whole area because he's good at planning those kinds of things. And then you can see it'll just be easier just to mow the lawn like along this line essentially, rather than having, again, to get the weed whacker out and everything like that. So yeah, this is where that second bed is going, and now I'm gonna fill it up. Whew, the sun is out now. I did take a little bit of a lunch break because I needed to, and you gotta listen to your body. But I'll show you a status report of where we are now. So I was able to fill up this bed as it should be. This bag has a mix of the same of what we put in the beds that you saw me filling up. These bags, I do need to get a bit more soil and like mix-ins and everything, because I was reading my plant journal, which I'm happy to like do a little tour of, and I do want to do a bit more in these bags for trellis plants. So I think a trip to Home Depot is in the cards for us today. This is my little seed binder. I'm also happy to do a tour of this. This is essentially a like K-pop photo card little binder, but I put my seeds in it instead, and it's just alphabetized, so that's really the tour. But this, I just put lima bean seeds in. I did 3 in like a triangle, and then I want to leave, or I did leave some room for like some companion plants that I do need to pick up. So again, Home Depot will be in our cards today. And then here, I didn't label them because I did draw out a map in my journal here. And I think that's good enough for me for right now. But essentially I did 3 cantaloupe seeds and then 4 cowpea seeds, because those are good companion plants. And then I want to get some more like marigolds and nasturtiums to put in here as well for pests. And then yeah, I want to put seeds in these ones too and start them growing. But so far so good. Everything is looking great. I think I'm going to end the vlog here, though, today. I think it's gone on a bit long. So yeah, keep checking back for updates. I am super excited to be on this gardening journey. And yeah, thank you for watching. Sorry, I haven't done this in a while. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.